Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's kind of do a wrap up on everything just a little bit, because I've had several different discussions going on at one time. And it made me kind of take a step back and reflect on some things we need to go over. And that is why we are investing in what we invest in. We need to talk about that. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button, because when you do, it helps us get past the algorithm that YouTube puts on us and keeps us from being shadow banned. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. The disclaimer here is I'm not a financial advisor, a lawyer, or an accountant. The information that I share with you, I do freely. It is of my own opinion. Hey folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings and their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right. Gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. That's right, head on over to Money Metals when you want to buy gold and silver. Keep in mind, if you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. Hey, right now, a special offer for my audiences only. You have a chance to win 100 free American Silver Eagles. That's over $3,000 in value. And all you have to do is enter your email to win. That's it. That's right, there's no obligations to purchase. The link is down below in the description, so head on over there, enter to win. Yeah, between now and December 31st of this year to enter. The only way you can for sure not win 100 silver American Eagles is by not entering at all. So do yourself a favor and enter your email so you have a chance to win. Alrighty, let's get back in talking about these types of investments. And, you know, everybody's like, Pimpy, man, before you're talking about gold and so much, and I keep telling you guys, this isn't going to give up on it. Gold and silver at the moment, it's just slowly creeping up in value. But we all know right now, those prices are not the real price. Gold and silver is way more valuable than what's being listed in more ways than one. You've heard me say it a billion times. And in cryptocurrencies, look, everybody knows, I believe in why they were created. I believe in the whole premise of them. But I just don't trust our governments. And this is around the world. They're just evil people, man. If you're not paying attention to what's going on around the world, some of you are not even paying attention to what's happening here. But around the world, it's terrible. These people are hell-bent to push us into this new world order. All right? And if you're not prepared, because their goal is, their plan is right out and open. There's no hiding it. So if you're not prepared for what's coming up, you're going to be stuck in a system that you don't want to be in. And this is why I say gold and silver is really important. It's a way for you to be out of the system, and you're going to want to be out of the system. So let's talk about why the other investments. Okay, because we need to cover these. But before we do, let's go take a look at where we are in the market. Real quick look at gold and silver. You can see gold slightly down, $3.40. Silver down 25 cents. Yeah, still around the 1860 mark. And silver at one time was up there, dang, near $26 again. It's going to get up there. It's going to get up there. I still have silver by the end of the year between $28 and $30, and gold between $2,000 and $2,200 is where I think it's going to be. Bitcoin making a slight rebound. So is Ethereum. Ethereum's still up around at $4,600. Bitcoin $64,273. Solana at $242.18. Cardano's at $2.35. XRP right back down to $1.18. Polkadot at $45.55. Dogecoin losing a little bit, still lingering around about the 25, 26 cents. Shiba coin, 4053.55. You look at the 52-week average, you still got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, all near their 52-week high. All right, so they're still near the high side. Cardano trying to work its way up there towards the high side. Dogecoin, it's about a third of the way up from its once high of 74. Ever since Elon Musk did that show on Saturday Night Live, it has not been the same. Shiba just above its 52-week high. It's just above the halfway mark there. Velocity is up 11.23%. Not bad. It's back up to around 7 cents. Gold mining stocks, I think, are really undervalued. These two. So whenever we go into hard times, gold and silver miners go up just like regular gold and silver does, because, of course, the value of gold and silver goes up. That means mining companies are a lot more valuable. They got a lot more profit when the gold and silver goes up. This gives them a bigger profit margin. Saitama, it's lost about 50% of its value, somewhere along those lines. Over the past hour, it's up 7.6%. Over the last 24 hours, it's down 17.9%. If you do the whole average for the 7 days, it's actually now negative 8%. And over the last 14 days, it's still up 6.7%. And over the last 30 days, it's still up 452.8%. Ever since Saitama did that launch party, it has not been the same. It was a disappointing launch party. I broadcasted it. There was nothing about it that was impressive to me. We were expecting all kinds of announcements. They really didn't make any. We were told Saitama Mask was coming out. Now we're being told Saitama Mask isn't ready for 2 more weeks. But as soon as Saitama Mask comes out, it gives people the opportunity to have access to Saitama a lot easier than jumping through all the hoops that we do now. You can see here, look at this, the overall change is 45% negative right here just on Monday. So that's a huge loss in value. But when it comes to the Shiba coin and the Saitama coin, the whole purpose of even considering Shiba and Saitama, they're just crap coins, is we take some discretionary funds, we throw it in there, and we see what happens. What I'm wanting to happen is this. I make a pretty large chunk of money, and then I'm going to take that money and put it right back into gold and silver. I don't trust anything else. I might leave like a very little in the coin to see what happens. Maybe it continues to go on its run. But I'm going to take my profits. I have my goals. When they reach a certain number, when I get to this amount, then this is when I plan on cashing in. And then I'm going to take that money and put it right back where it should be in gold and silver. I want something outside of the system. The same with most all of these investments. Whether it's the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong, when they go up in value and I turn these currencies in, I'm going to turn around and take it and put it right back into gold and silver. Gold and silver are the safest bets. So we need to be in these investments. The only reason why, again, I talk about Saitama and I talk about Shiba is because we have a chance to pick those coins up really, really cheap and just sit back and let them do their things. Now, I've had more than one person text me now and say, what you're saying, Pimpy, is right. Because when I bought Shiba way back in the days, I spent $300 on it, and then I ended up with a ton of Shiba coins. Except for it wasn't moving. It was boring. And as a matter of fact, it kept losing value like you're seeing happen now. And then so I sold my Shiba coins. And then about 3 months later, they took off. And I always think about the what if. So don't be one of these people thinking about what if. This is why I say, when it comes to cryptos, you can't have a heart problem. Because this is really good at causing you some stress. Just put the money in there, ignore it, leave it alone for now. And just ignore what's happening in the values. There is a lot of volatilities in cryptos. So, is the Vietnam dong and the Iraqi dinar going to reinstate a rate, revalue? Who knows? There is a huge talk about a currency reset. But what does that mean? Because all the articles that I see when they say currency reset are now saying that's going to happen when we go into the central bank digital coin. That's something we don't want. The government 100% controls that. You need something outside of the system. Any of these investments, anytime you invest in anything, I said it before, and that is this. There's always risk involved. Some risk are a lot more riskier than others. Your safest bet, period, is gold and silver. Boring, barely goes up, but it's consistent. It goes up over time. It's never let anybody down. Just the way I like it. Nice and boring. Taking its time. But it's the safest bet. 6,000 years. shows us that we always go back to gold and silver. And we're going to again, because people aren't going to put up with the central bank digital currency. Once you try to force them in there, all hell's going to break loose. The Saitama coin, the Shiba coin, me bringing that up in the first place, they're crap coins. I told you that. Although Saitomas making some good promises. We'll see where that goes. Their launch party was not very exciting at all. It was boring. Whoever put it together was not organized. Like I said, I've seen better events, but they are so cheap. And if you have some discretionary funds, just pick it up, hold it, don't do nothing else with it. For us people holding on to Saitama, once that SATA mask gets launched, a lot more people are going to pick it up. Here's something about Saitama you might not know. Just for holding it in the wallet, every day you accumulate more Saitama automatically. You earn what's called reflection. You're earning money just letting it sit there. So I'll try to do a video showing you guys what it looks like so you can see for yourself. So let's go take a quick look at silver. Yeah, you can see the path that silver's going on. Can you see what silver's doing? Look at these two lines. Since the end of September to where we are now. This is the path you want to see. You want to see it continue to do that. These are supported levels. I played a part of an interview with Andrew McGuire and Dave Kranzler. You heard Andrew say one of the biggest shakers and movers in silver just bought a ton of silver. Not only did they take the rest of this year's contracts, but they took forward as well through 2022. When you see somebody that's a big shaker and mover like that start demanding physical delivery, it's for a reason. Do what they do, not what they say. But you can see silver is well on its way you can see that silver is well on its way of, getting some really good gains over time, at least since the end of September, when it was down somewhere around, 2143. It's up there. It's just slowly creeping up there. You go to gold. Now this is interesting. If you look at the end of September, the dips there, you can see, look at, even gold is going up. Now it's not doing it in such a way that's catching anybody's attention. It's just slowly creeping up. If it was around 1740, what is this? Down here was 23? 1721. It's now at 1864. And that's since the end of September. But just like silver, they're starting to creep up. But there's so much talk about all the cryptocurrencies and everything else that's going on that people aren't really paying attention to what's going on with gold and silver. So you guys, like I said, make sure the bulk of whatever you have, in my opinion, should be in gold and silver. So you're protecting yourself. And if you have discretionary funds, pick up the Saitama coins. We should all hope that all of us gain a lot of money so that we could set ourselves up to prepare for whatever the hell's coming. Because whatever the hell's coming, it's bad. And it's not going to recover really quick. Yeah, see, little by little, you can see Saitama starting to go back up. And it does that. It does it in waves, you guys. But it doesn't take very much for it to go up and down. So, no, I'm not tripping over how much Saitama dropped at all. As a matter of fact, you buy on a dip. Think cost average. Cryptocurrencies, again, if you have a bad heart, I don't recommend you keep an eye on it. Dogecoin starting to lose, but still around that 25, 26. Shiba still around between that 53 and 55. So it's good. They're right where they are all the time. So the Vietnam Dong and IQD, the Iraqi dinar, the only reason why I'm holding on to them, yeah, I expect these currencies to go up in value. They weren't devalued because the country sucked. No, they had resources. They were devalued so that countries like ours can go on there and rape them of all their natural resources at a cheap rate. People are starting to wake up to that, and it's not going to be tolerated much longer. Iraq, I think, is closest. You can see already what's happening. They started to get back on their feet. They're starting to reemerge on the international scene, and somehow, some way, somebody magically put in a bunch of crap disturbers. We'll go over that later on, but it's not surprising to me. They want it to be unstable in the Middle East. They really do. And I'm talking about powers that be. But gold and silver, you guys, gold and silver is our goal. It's to build this as much as possible. So if I think there's a chance for you guys to make a lot of money on something very cheap, let's go ahead and try it. Shiba coin, Saitama coin, stop jumping in and out of all the coins trying to catch that rush. That's how you lose money. Just stay where it is, leave it there, and let it do its thing. So my money is just sitting there. I have them in Saitama. and I have them in Shiba. If it works, that's going to be great. If it doesn't, oh well. That's why I use discretionary funds. Something, and they both drop to zero, it's not the end of the world for me. People were shocked to find out I don't have any Zim dollars. I think I told people before I don't have any Zim dollars. The ultimate goal is to try to build up as much gold and silver as you possibly can. We invest in these other ones, or I do invest in these other investments, not so I can get a bunch of fiat dollars. That's so I can grab those fiat dollars and turn around and buy more gold and silver. That is the ultimate goal. Anyways, I hope you guys understand. Look, just hang tight. Don't panic over what's going on. We know a market crash is coming. It's inevitable. That's where gold and silver comes in. They'll be your best buddy. But until then, let's see if we can catch a great positive ride. Let's see what happens. But for Saitama, let it do its thing. It came back down. Everybody was buying it on the hype of this presentation, hoping it was going to launch things off. And when we started watching it, we realized that thing was a terrible launch. And so people just jumped out. So they were hoping it would skyrocket afterwards. I know I was expecting it to, because I was expecting Saitama Mask to come out, and it didn't. But once it does and people start having easier access to the Saitama coin, then we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it. You guys hit the thumbs up button if you're not subscribed, or please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.